The GH6 is dead. You are now tuned into the big boy Shaoba McCoy, and today I'm just gonna break some hearts and tell you that the GH6 is dead. It's not coming. Stop waiting for it. Keep it pushing. Go get something else, or stick with your GH5 like I did. So this week, or last week, well, this week really, Panasonic dropped a new camera, the BGH1. It is a GH5S brain and a Zcam body. Woo! It's not a GH6. It does everything a Zcam does. Streaming. Takes great video. You just don't have the little screen on the top like the Zcam. It doesn't use Sony batteries. It uses their little Panasonic batteries. Still Micro Four Thirds. Cass was about to kill me. Cass was saying, Shaoba, you don't know what you talking about. Shaoba, you just a Panasonic hater. Shaoba. I love my name. Shaoba. You are just a fool. I heard it on Facebook. I heard it on a little bit of the YouTube. When I told Katz, it makes no sense. Katz was telling me, oh, but you have to listen to the president of the company. He said that they're going to keep on producing items for the for the Micro Four Thirds mount. He didn't say a GH6 was coming. I heard that too. I use my knowledge. I just kind of figure things out, you know. Let me give you some context so you can figure out what's going on. So I'm a proud GH5 owner. And the GH5 is a phenomenal camera. It's a transcending camera. It's a camera that does things that still to this day other cameras can't do. Here's the thing. Did you know the GH5 can do stop motion? And it does stop motion very well. Very well. Just knows very well. Did you know that? That it shoots 4K 60 at 10-bit 422 via HDMI. You know, the cord. It has a clean HDMI output. It shoots 180 frames per second and variable frame rates. You don't get no audio, but you know, if you're shooting that slow anyway, you don't want no audio most time. Okay. Now I'm wondering. What's funny is my neighbors upstairs. They arguing. I hear all that. He might hear their argument in the camera. It is what it is. You know, this is living in Brooklyn, New York. You know, but guess what? Back to what I'm saying. So Cass was like telling me, oh, Shaoba, you got to pay attention to what the president is saying. Let me explain something to you. The president of a company is just like a politician. He's going to tell you what you need to hear so you can stay with them, so you can rock with them still. But if you do your knowledge, or do the science, or do your research, do your research, then you'll come up with the idea and realize it doesn't make no sense for the company to produce a GH6, at least at the same rate as they was doing before. Let me break it down to you. Let me educate you. Let me break it down to you. They dropped the, what's it, a S5? S5. The S5 at $2,000. I think it's $2,000, right? At $2,000. It shoots just basically everything the GH5 does, but it does it for 30 minutes for a time frame. If you know anything about Panasonic, they always cripple their cameras and then they give you a paid upgrade some kind of way, like $100 to unlock the things. That's their marketing strategy. It has always been that. Oh, look what it can do now. So what's real unique, that GH6, that S5 is basically a full frame version of a GH5. That's what it's going to be. They're going to unlock it. It's going to have these new features. But that camera is going to have their L mount. You don't understand. Camera manufacturers don't make money off the camera bodies. They make money off selling lenses. Yeah, they make a little bit and you sometimes trade them in and go back and forth, but the real big money is the lenses. Let me break it down to you. The GH5 costs about, right now, I'm sorry, so let's go to GH5S. Costs us about $1,700, give or take. $1,700, give or take, right? You get it less sometimes, probably go down in price. You know the lenses average about $1,000 on the GH5 still, about $1,000. The Leica one's a crazy price. right? But the lenses, the native lenses, the ones that are gonna work the best with the camera, average about $1,000. Most dudes get between 3, or even myself, 8 lenses. On the average, that's $8,000 in lenses. I think I got more than 8 lenses, to be honest, but you know. Think about that number. And lenses don't lose their value like so much like the cameras. So the resale market on the lenses is phenomenal as well. On all systems, any system. The best way a company can make money is to change the amount. So you have to buy new lenses to get rid of your old lenses to give them to somebody else. So you can get those new features and the new compatibility with the new lenses so it can work phenomenal. That's why you have a S5 and not a GH6. Now, you have a BGH1 to compete with the Zcam camera because of one thing. Zcam is taking some of their sales. They can't have that. And all right, the Panasonic brains is probably better than the Zcam. I don't have a Zcam. This is one of the cams I'm looking to get my hands on. It's probably better. It's going to be a higher quality control probably and all types of things. And chances are it's going to shoot ProRes RAW straight out the box too at some point. Chances are, because I'm pretty sure it's designed like that. So that's why it came out. There's no GH6, homies. Stop looking for it. Stop wishing on a star. I'm wishing on a star to find out where you are. Ain't coming. Instead, focus on being a creator. Use your GH5 to the max. I'm going to tell you, I haven't used my GH5 to the max. There's so many features on this camera. This camera will always be in my kit for the next couple of years. Here's what. One thing about the GH5, it didn't follow the same pattern as most cameras. The shelf life of this camera is a lot longer. The shelf life of this camera is at least 5 years before it will be like, oh, irrelevant. Rock with your GH5, master your GH5, and stop looking for a GH6. It is dead.